was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I walked in and said I need a place to live.
It's always interesting when I talk with people in the community about my job and I tell them what I do. I talk about the homelessness among the youth, and they're always so surprised that there is homelessness.
It's one of the finest organizations in the community. It is a non-corrective entity, which I think distinguishes it from some of the other temporary placements that are used primarily by the criminal justice system.
I was an Evergreen kid. Really, it was home. It was where I lived, it was where I ate, it's where I did my schoolwork, it's where I started my business. I've got wonderful parents. We just had some differences that when unchecked, those things can continue to build. You need that ability to be apart, to appreciate being together. It's ultimately what led me here, was the need for us to just be apart for a little bit.
For 40 years, Evergreen has been a safety net service provider for youth and families in the greater Bemidji area.
The challenge was just to have more staff, and then that old building. We outgrew it. We only had 6 beds at the old place. So the new place offered 12 beds.
The challenges were the needs of the youth and the families just kept getting more serious, and knowing that you really couldn't do everything that needed to be done. That was heartbreaking. We were able to build Evergreen into being the youth and family services in Bemidji.
The lives that some of our youth and families lead are almost beyond our imagination.
Evergreen has grown. We used to have about 14 or 15 staff, and now we're 45, 46.
One of the things that I really appreciate about Evergreen is that everybody that I work with absolutely loves their job. They're super passionate about providing the best services for youth and families in our community.
Bemidji's very lucky to have Evergreen. Not all communities, if there's a family crisis, is there something right in the community where the family can work with the agency and deal with their crisis problems. It prevents it from getting to be a bigger problem.
We discovered that my youngest son was heavily involved with drugs, and we didn't know what to do, and we were searching for help. But then we thought we'd try Evergreen. They told us we could do something. You know, they kind of gave us the tools, they empowered us. Evergreen helping us out, getting those contracts, helping us get tough with him, getting him into treatment, stop that huge cycle.
At Evergreen, youth and families don't have to fit into our boxes. It's our job as a staff to figure out what the individual's needs are and how we can best wrap our services around their needs.
One of our major goals is reunification, keeping families together. So it's making those situations that look unmanageable, manageable. 95% of the youth return back home, or families are able to stay together.
So we want to come alongside the family and just say, hey, you're doing a great job. How can we support you? How can we help this family thrive?
People ask me, what do you do? Well, I'm kind of a farmer. I plant seeds. I'm a teacher. I try to teach positive stuff. I'm a counselor. I'm there and try to help you out during your time of grief. So our job encompasses so much.
To see them have hope, like that's awesome too, to be able to be a part of.
Every day I see something positive come from families. The greatest reward is when I see a family come together and they are hopeful.
I see Evergreen as a growing agency, not a stagnant agency. And I think that's really nice for the community and for the people it serves.
We wouldn't be here without you guys. We are you. We are part of the community. We work here because we love this community and we want to help and provide as much service as we can.
If you are in dire need of assistance, you can count on Evergreen to reach out to you in some way, shape, or form.
What we try to do here in the housing program is help them to get housed, of course, but then address all those other issues. Anything that they're needing, that they're defining as a goal for themselves, that's what we work with them.
Evergreen has done a lot for me, because without them, I would not have a home now, I would not have a job, I would not have a car. But one of the most recent services is I'm in the process of moving into my new place, and they were able to pay the security deposit for me. Otherwise, I'd be living off noodles.
Just know that you're not alone. If you're going through really hard times, there's a place that you can call.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When you're concerned about your child, you can call the Evergreen Shelter. The number is 751-4332.